You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Old Trump trick may help him get away with stiffing E. Jean Carroll, based on an article by Matthew Rassa. Trump's real strategy is delay, not law. Delay is the point. Donald Trump has already been found liable and ordered to pay E. Jean Carroll more than $5 million. The reporting here is not about a legitimate dispute over facts. It is about his latest attempt to stall payment through appeals, rehearing petitions, and procedural fog after exhausting the usual legal ladder. That is the basic story. The political meaning is clearer. Trump is using the courts as a holding pattern, not a forum for resolving anything. The objective is not vindication. It is delay, leverage, and exhaustion. Who holds power? The person with actual institutional power in this story is Trump, because he has the resources, the platform, and the legal apparatus to keep dragging a victim through years of process. That is the unequal reality the court filings obscure. Carroll won a judgment. Trump turned the aftermath into another battlefield. This is what privilege looks like in legal form, not innocence, but the ability to keep fighting after the loss is already decided. When wealthy and politically connected defendants file motion after motion, the system does not feel neutral. It feels rented. Procedure as misdirection. Trump's latest argument hinges on a strained reading of stipulations and appellate milestones, as if the issue were a technical puzzle rather than a debt he owes. That framing is not accidental. It shifts attention from the underlying liability to an invented procedural mystery. That is classic misdirection. The reporting makes clear that he is not contesting Carroll's account on the substance of the abuse finding. Instead, he is trying to exploit any opening that might postpone payment. The legal language becomes camouflage. The spectacle of argument hides the plain fact of refusal. The tell is what he avoids. The sharpest detail in the source is what Trump does not do. He does not seriously attack the underlying testimony about the assault itself. He attacks the lawyer, the fee arrangements, the paperwork, anything that lets him circle the case without confronting it. That is the tell, as Katie Fang notes. When an accused man will fight about side issues but not the core allegation, he is not searching for truth. He is searching for escape routes. The substance is too dangerous to touch because the substance is the point. Carroll is not the target, accountability it is. Carroll is being forced to endure a second ordeal. First the abuse claim, then the litigation machine built to wear her down. That is a familiar pattern in authoritarian politics and elite impunity alike. The target is not only the person who brought the complaint. The target is the idea that a powerful man should have to pay consequences like anyone else. Trump's conduct fits a broader pattern of institutional cowardice around elite misconduct. Courts can rule, judgments can issue, and yet the powerful still try to convert accountability into a marathon only they can afford. That is not confusion. It is strategy. The larger pattern, the deeper lesson is that procedural systems do not automatically produce justice when one side can weaponize time, money, and attention against the other. Trump's appeal games are not a side story. They are the point of the system as he uses it. Preserve power, stretch out consequence, and force the harmed party to keep proving what has already been proven. That is how elites normalize cruelty without ever having to defend it on the merits. They bury it in motions, rehearings, and paperwork. The democratic answer is not audit the process. It is recognition of who gets to turn process into a shield. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article. With the automated voice of Marcus, thanks for listening.